From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens versus Matthew Stafford and the Washington football team.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should. And what you...
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
First down, Stafford here. And his first pass is incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So likely a 3 and out on their opening drive. That's not a good omen for a team that's lost 3 straight games.
Too many threes that you're mentioning right there. That's a number they've got to get off of. And the big risk you're running right now is discouragement amongst the ranks. How do you keep them up? How do you keep them motivated? They've got to dial up something to give themselves some confidence.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. He'll set up to throw, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set him back 5. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction. 2nd and 15. From the gun, Jackson. Incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. On 2nd down, it's Gibson. Despite some tough running, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Man, complete.
We're all right. Just call the call. We're going to play it. Come on now.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Tressway now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
Oh, none of that.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And that is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And he didn't quite have the back spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Washington ready to try again on offense.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
15 yards the pickup, first down Washington.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Stafford. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now Stafford.
He'll let one go deep for Howard.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, but it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again. Stafford.
They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Stafford looks to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a 3rd-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. And they come up here now, 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
A lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. A gain of 3, second down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. On third down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They'll run. It's Dobbins.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. And they'll need to convert 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So they
they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense.
Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on it. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion. Anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
Maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he thought he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'll run here with Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Now a carry for Dobbins.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7. Blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Fights through at the 5. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Dobbins running out of the gun. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore. Or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him try to come out in a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Stafford on first down.
And he'll complete this to Gibson.
Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Washington on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Stafford. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A throw over the middle, taken in.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Stafford to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and goal, Stafford. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
James Washington, his first touchdown on the year.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Get in there.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A 10-play drive that time. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
Oh, wait, you're kidding me.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins.
And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. That'll be complete to Alan Lazard. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Jackson.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. James Washington as the first half is winding down.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 18.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. First possession of the second half now for Washington.
They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 1st down, it's Gibson, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Another run here with Dobbins.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Slam routes effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. When you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Jackson, he's going to keep it himself.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Way to take it.
I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but, you know, if you wanted proof of his straight-line speed, look no further.
And to anyone who gets concerned when they see a quarterback running with the football, you just let him be himself. Let him be him. And I guess what you'd say there is hard to hit what you can't catch.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jackson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
One more time with Dobbins.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste of...
And this time he is in.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. To throw is Jackson. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Stafford on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
No!
So that one will be accepted. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young
able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. But from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw on 3rd down. That's complete to Lazard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down. It's Gibson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that is incomplete. Here's Tressway now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Muscling free near the 40. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 46.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From midfield now, here's Jackson out to his left.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Jackson's going to look to run it. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
On second down, here's Fournette.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Jackson now on 3rd down. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Washington offense set to take over again. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. To throw again, Stafford.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down at Stafford. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
You know, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
After the sack on 1st down, Stafford throwing left side here, and it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing passing lanes, forcing the incompletion, and bringing up fourth down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Dances by him. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the doorstep now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
It goes as a loss of 6, and now third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down.
Let's go. Come on.
The Ravens send their punter out now. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down 17-14, a minute 54 on the clock. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. He'll look to throw. And it's complete. He gets this. Going to Washington. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson,
his third touchdown now on the year.
And Washington has retaken the lead.
Maybe seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now for the point after. It's up and good to make it 21-17. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now it's the Ravens' turn, trailing by 4. A minute 25 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Rolling to his left. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
All right, partner, I'm a defender. I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage in the game, but they avoid disaster. Now Jackson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
Bye.